Shuman's family used to purchase milk from a milkman every day. And to ensure they got the right amount of milk, they gave one of their glasses to the milkman. And the milkman used to measure milk using the same glass. Now, one day something different happened. Well, when they poured the milk into the glasses, the third glass couldn't be filled completely. So the milk was less than what they required. So they were a bit puzzled. What exactly happened? When the same glass was used, then how come the milk was less? So his mother inquired about the same to the milkman. Now the milkman said that the previous glass which the family had given to him broke, and as a result he purchased a new glass. And because of measuring from the new glass, maybe the quantity was less. So why did it happen that when he purchased a new glass the quantity reduced? Let's see both the glasses and we'll understand. Now this is the glass which was given by Shuman's family, and this one is the glass which the milkman purchased later. So as you can see, both of them have a major difference. That is, the size of this glass is smaller than this one, or you can say that the volume of this glass is lesser than this one, and as a result this will hold less amount of milk, and so the milk measured by the milkman was less than what the family had required. So what was the major problem in this scenario? The problem was that the glass which was given by Shuman's family was not a standard glass. The milkman couldn't have replaced the glass with the exact same size of glass, because glasses have different sizes. They don't have a standard size. You may have different types of glasses at your own home which have different volumes or different capacities. So when he purchased a new glass, it was not of the same capacity as the previous glass, because the glass given by Shuman's family was not the standard glass. So it is very important that we have everything standard. If we don't have anything standard, then it may be fit for you, but the same container may not be fit for somebody else. So when we see all these different types of containers, all can be used to measure liquids, and they may satisfy one person or many persons requirements, but it will not fulfill everybody's requirements exactly. For example, you may require milk which can be filled in this container, but if milk is filled in this container, it may not match your needs, or maybe in this container also it may not match your needs. So everybody cannot have this jar at their homes. So this cannot be a standard unit of measurement. It may be sufficient for you but may not be sufficient for somebody else. So all these can be used to measure liquid, volume of liquid, but they are non-standard containers because they have varying volumes. Now it is very important that you have standard. Now what exactly is standard? Well, standard is anything which is common to all and understood by all and accepted by all. When something or some measurement is common and accepted by all and understood by all, it is called a standard unit of measurement. Now for some measurement to be standard, there are certain characteristics. Only when that measurement meets all those characteristics, then we say that it is a standard unit. So let's see what these characteristics are. So characteristics of a standard unit, what are these? Well, the first and foremost is it should be well defined. So it should be very well defined that how it looks, what size it is of, and what volume it is of. All these things are very important for a standard measurement. Second, it should be of a convenient size. It should not be too big so that it cannot be easily carried, while it should not be too small so that it is very difficult to measure using it. So it has to be of a convenient size, neither too big nor too small. Then it should not change with space and time. So it is very important that the standard volume doesn't change with space and time. For example, if you have a standard volume, you have measured something using a standard volume, then that should be constant around the world and at different times. So it's very important that it is uniform across space and time. And it should be easily reproduced. That is, a copy of it can be made very easily. That is very important, because if something has been defined as standard, it cannot be just a single piece. So many people around the world cannot use just one container. It should be easily replicable so that a number of copies of the same can be made and it can be used around the world. So if any unit matches all these characteristics, then it is a standard unit. Now, for volume, the standard unit is named liter, and a container with the capacity of 1 liter is stored in Paris. So the amount of liquid which this container can hold is termed as 1 liter of liquid. So wherever around the world the amount of liquid which this container can hold will be considered as 1 liter or 1 liter volume of liquid. So the standard unit of volume named liter is stored in Paris. Now, when we talk about volume of 1 liter, what exactly it is? As I mentioned, the standard unit of volume is liter, and the container which is stored in Paris, that holds the amount of liquid which is 1 liter volume of liquid. Now, once you have measured 1 liter volume of liquid, you pour in any container, it will always remain 1 liter. So different containers which are of volume 1 liter will exactly contain 1 liter of liquid. So once you have 1 liter of liquid, you can pour it in any container of volume 1 liter, it will exactly fill them. So it does not matter that what shape or size of the container is. If its volume is 1 liter, then 1 liter of liquid will exactly fill it. So it is the amount of liquid which is of 1 liter volume, irrespective of the shape of the container or size of the container. The volume is 1 liter, then it will exactly hold 1 liter of liquid. So you see, there can be different types or different sizes and shapes of container of volume 1 liter. Now, whenever you will pour 1 liter of liquid in this or this, it will exactly fill this container because their volume is 1 liter, irrespective of whether their shape is conical or cylindrical. So, types of container of 1 liter volume are all of these. So, whichever you choose, all are containers of 1 liter volume. So, when you pour 1 liter of liquid, they will exactly be filled. So these are all used to measure the standard volume, that is liter. Now the next question is, what if you need more than 1 liter of liquid? What will you do? Well, as you can see here, this container is being filled by a 1 liter container, and once 5 times the 1 liter container was poured into this, then this container was completely filled, which means that the volume of this container is 5 liters, because you had to fill 5 times using 1 liter volume. So 1 liter filled 5 times gives you 5 liter. So this container is a 5 liter container, and this is a standard container. So you see, whenever you need to have containers more than 1 liter of volume, you will simply fill the container using a standard 1 liter container, and the number of times you had to use the 1 liter container to fill that container, that is the standard capacity of that container. For example, this container standard capacity is 5 liter. So you can use this container to measure 5 liters of liquid anywhere around the world, and it will be the standard 5 liter because it was filled or it was measured, its capacity was measured using a standard 1 liter volume of a container. So you see, it is very important that you have one standard container, and once you have one standard container, you can make any number of container of different quantity using that one standard container. So it's not that if there is only 1 liter standard container, you cannot have more quantities. You can have any number of quantities. So standard unit can be replicated and increased in quantity according to your requirements. So when we talk about standard unit of volume, it is liter, and its symbols are capital L or small l. So if you want to write 5 liters, then you can write 5 liters, or you can also write 5L or 5L. So this is how you can represent liter using symbol. So you see, when we measure liquids using a glass or mug, a jug or bowl or a spoon, well, we can definitely use it according to our requirements, but these are all non-standard methods because a spoon can be of different sizes, as well as all these containers can be of different sizes at different places and for different people. So these are all non-standard methods. But if you want to measure something which is understood by everybody around the world and can be carried anywhere around the world and it will measure the same, then you will have to use the standard unit liter. So once you have measured something using a standard container, then the quantity will remain constant and will be understandable by people around the world. So this is a common quantity for everybody, and hence this is a standard unit liter for volume. So you see, standard unit is well defined and is same throughout the world. The liter is the standard unit for measuring volume. So when you are measuring volume, liter is the standard unit. And 1 liter is a uniform amount all around the world. So wherever you go, if you measure 1 liter, it will be uniform. So around the world, if you carry 1 liter of a liquid, it will be acceptable as the same 1 liter quantity around the world and will be understandable by everybody. And hence liter is the standard unit of volume.